Hi, and welcome to Mom Boss Chronicles. We are your hosts. I am Jen.
I'm Sue.
And we are empowering and inspiring people through meaningful conversations. So make sure to like and subscribe to listen to great content weekly.
Welcome back to Mom Boss Chronicles. We are here today with the co-founder and CEO of Tempaper. This is Julia Au.
Hi.
Welcome today. Thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us.
Of course. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, for sure. So really exciting. You and your twin started this business back in 2008, and you are the creator of temporary wallpaper, the peel and stick of wallpaper. So.
We are.
That's crazy.
How did this inception? I have so many questions
Right.
about what the brainchild, what sparked this.
So actually, it was our aunt who we're extremely close with and always have been. She was really big in sets in New York City. We were living there, and we weren't living there yet, but we were always working with her through college, just as PAs, production assistants, always on set with her.
Like TV shows or movies?
Movies, TV shows,
That's
commercials. She did it all. I mean, we literally traveled all around with her. I was in
fun.
the
That
city.
is so cool.
That's kind of what I did during college to make money and just kind of hang out on set and learn things and just be inspired. She was very inspirational, very intelligent woman. But she was on set one day, honestly, and it came from a need. She was sitting there while scenics were chipping away at wallpaper, and the director was on her back saying, you got to get this set decorated. We got to go. We got to shoot.
Yeah.
We're over budget. And they sat there for, 8 hours and chipped away at this wallpaper. And I guess it was duration of the 8 hours where she said to herself, why does wallpaper have to be such a permanent
Yes,
fixture for home
right.
decor?
Yeah.
And so she just had this moment, was like, I want to create this product and I want my nieces to do it with me. So she literally picked up the phone, called us, and was like very professional and proper. Was like, I know what we're going to do in life, and
How
this
old
is
were
it.
you then?
Do I have to say 22? I was young. I was just out of college, but I was actually living abroad in Europe.
Wow.
We had gotten, we started our careers with the French embassy.
Wow, I have so
teaching-
many side stories
Right.
here I want to ask you. Okay, cool.
I know. That's life,
French
right? It just takes
embassy?
you down paths. But yep, we worked with the French embassy teaching English in high school. My sister and I, we lived in right north of Paris, and that's what we were doing. We studied French. It was our minor, and we wanted to perfect the language and really live abroad and just kind of do our thing. So that's what we were doing. But then
Amazing.
she called me, and it made a lot of sense. And I
That's
don't know.
awesome.
Fast
And then
forward,
you
here
guys
we are.
dialed in.
We jumped right into an industry and
Yeah.
learned a lot about wallpaper.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have to know science or any
chemistry?
Honestly, so
Right, yeah.
there's so many different ways. I didn't actually develop the adhesive,
Yeah.
but I did, source a company that
Right.
I was
That's awesome.
able to, once we educate ourselves on wallpaper, how it's made, the printing, the manufacturing, the history of it. I mean, we locked ourselves in our apartment for a week and read every wallpaper book we could.
Wow.
How
because-
cool, right?
I mean, it's actually it is an art. Wallpaper's an art. How the inks are mixed by hand. I mean, there's just an artisan process. There's gravures. There's, layering of different patterns and how they texturize it. And some is screen printed hand. I mean, you can go on and on. So our biggest thing was keeping the integrity of wallpaper,
Right.
that artisan method. But how do we fast forward and make it advanced and make it
Modern.
So that was really what we focused on. And honestly, once we got the ball rolling, found the suppliers, we have a domestic supply source, and we always wanted to.
Yeah.
We couldn't believe no one had come out with this
I know.
sooner. So
Right.
we were kind of rushing to market
Yeah.
because we were like, someone's going to come out with this, which obviously now there are a lot of competitors in the market, but at the time we were the first, we were the pioneers.
Trailblazer.
Because when
Yeah.
I think of wallpaper, I think the 80s. I feel like it was such a big thing in home decor. Like when I was younger, we had the border wallpaper, but I do remember my mom saying how hard it was to take down. So it's something you had to think twice about to put up.
Right, and that was it. And I think back when we launched in 2008 in the market, right, we developed the product, the company in 2006, I'd say. Wallpaper was out.
Right.
Yes,
Nobody
like it
wanted
wasn't
it.
a
Like
thing.
it wasn't.
Yes.
Yes,
When
it
no one was thinking about wallpaper.
No, and that
Right.
was, it was just kind of like not your grandma's wallpaper. You don't want it
Yes.
anymore,
Yeah.
And so we thought about the concept of wallpaper. How do you shop it, right? It was a book program in a store. It took 8 weeks to come in. We were so used to the sets and instant gratification. We were younger, and that kind of probably played into that a bit.
Yeah.
Like we wanted things immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, now fast forward, everybody wants it even faster.
Yeah.
But back then I was like, people are not going to want to wait 8 weeks to get their wallpaper. wallpaper. So we wanted to have stock programs, and we encouraged brick and mortars to bring wallpaper back in. And I mean, really revitalize the industry as a whole, because when we started it, designers would come up to our trade show space and say, oh, no wallpaper. And we'd call them back. And, we'd explain it. And like, I saw the twinkle in their eye, I saw that it grabbed their attention. They're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And so we knew we had something.
Yeah. Well, all right. So in the beginning, obviously you're coming up with prototypes. So did you guys make prototypes and then bring it to investors? Like, how was your project funded?
Yeah, we funded it ourselves.
Wow.
So we took the organic route. It probably took a little longer, but we literally, it was like the American dream. We worked 3 different jobs. I did nights at bars. My sister worked at EW. My aunt was still doing production. And we literally collectively funded the business for the first few years.
It was your baby.
It still is. I say it's truly my first child. It still kind of is. Kind of want it out of the house now, but... No, we didn't take any investor money to start. Something we think about today, like, should we have? But I think for what we had, I mean, you can only grow as fast as you can handle. And I think we had a lot. We had to educate. We had to really ensure that the product was established. And then kind of as we grew, we just were able to acquire more employees, just kind of make it happen.
How cool. So it grew organically in a way.
It did, totally.
Well, it's a beautiful lesson, too, is like you didn't have the plane completed before taking off. You took off and built it along the way. You had trust and faith.
Well, that's, I think, the biggest thing for anybody who wants to be in business or start a business is you have to believe. And there's a lot of moments where you're sitting there going, do I still believe? But you have to believe.
What the
you
hell
have
did
to
I
have
just
conviction.
get myself into here?
I got my sister. I looked at her many times and said that, what the heck are we doing? But I think, like I said, we had the passion and we had the conviction, and we saw what it did to people and how people responded to the product. So we just kind of knew we had something.
Right.
And I'm thinking back to that time, HGTV was popular, like the home renovation shows.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure that must have been an exciting time for people, like, you were saying designers, to look at wallpaper and look at it differently.
Well, and I think that's kind of what happened, is people started to use it and incorporate it into different, originally we were like sets. This is perfect for, New York sets, commercials, we really targeted the production companies.
Right.
But then as we continued on and went to trade shows and saw that, why couldn't you put this up in events? Why can't a college dorm room be fancier? And, and that whole sector now is huge when it comes to wallpaper and peel and stick.
Yeah.
Like, why can't it be at a wedding?
Yeah.
We've done some really beautiful
I
weddings.
didn't think about that. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it really was, initially it was like, well, who's your target audience?
Right.
And I was like, well, who isn't?
Yeah, everybody. Right.
Who isn't? Because we will market it to everyone. And if you love pattern and you want to embrace it, and if you love our style, the product stays up indefinitely. It's not coming down.
Right.
So it's going to function just like wallpaper.
What you need, yes.
Exactly.
But when the time comes, if maybe you're ready for a refresh, you're not on the struggle bus.
No, you're not. And you're not. And the install is much easier, right?
Yes.
It's an economically friendly product in the sense that you don't have to pay an installer. You don't have to buy the glues, the paste. Like, it's all included in the product. It's a fun DIY project that you can do yourself.
That's awesome.
One of my girlfriends did that recently, and she recorded it for Instagram purposes. Putting it up, and she said it was fine and easy.
I feel like it transforms a room. A good wallpaper.
Yes. Oh,
pops.
definitely.
Oh, it's addicting. I tell everybody, I'm like, once you start, you're like, you just look at every part in your house.
Yeah.
Where can I add a little color?
Yes.
Where can I add some color?
Yeah. So it took off well with the production too. Did that help?
Yeah,
your
production
aunt?
did. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
That's
to this
awesome.
day, we still get feedback from production houses and how they
great.
constantly. And we'll be, I'll be sitting on the couch because I don't always know where it's going or what show, and then I see it, and it's always fun.
Oh, that's really fun.
Yeah, I see it on
It's a
commercials.
pleasant surprise.
Yeah, Verizon, pretty big names, but yeah, for sure.
And then the beginning where you guys really kind of like hitting the pavement, going to different like production studios or companies and saying like, hey, we have this product.
Yeah, we
and,
definitely did that. We definitely went to stores, retail stores. We sent out press packets weekly. I mean, we hustled. We hustled.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Looking back, like, thank God I was young because it was
To
a
have
lot
the
of
energy
work.
and
Yeah,
stack-
for sure. We
yeah.
hustled, and like we just put it in the right faces at the right times. And,
That's awesome.
And then it kind of took off.
Did you like, just for our friends out there who may be looking to start their own businesses, did you guys like set up a schedule for yourselves in terms of like the marketing, or was it almost just like flying a little by the seat, like what needed to be done got done?
Yeah, I mean, it had moments where we
Yeah.
felt organized, and then it was like organized chaos,
Yes.
right? I mean, because even today, right, you think you have a schedule for your day, and
Right.
things interject and things come up. But I think we tried the best to plan. But like I said, we were just trying to capitalize on any opportunity we had at the
Right.
time and make sure that we hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
But yeah, it got a little hairy at
I
times.
can imagine. I mean, growing a business has pains, right? Pain points.
Yeah,
So I'm sure
especially when you
along
don't
the
take
way-
funding. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have did it snowball? Then you had your pain points to grow again?
Yeah, we definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
You'd have, we'd get to one level, and I think anyone's like, oh God, if we could just get to here,
Yes.
we'd be great.
Yeah.
We're at the top.
Everything will be great. And it's
Coasting,
like,
yeah.
no, that doesn't
And
happen.
you get there, and
then you get there,
the
you're like, oh no,
benchmark
no.
changes.
I have
Yeah.
another mountain to climb. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's kind of where we found ourselves constantly. And even today, I don't think we say we're happy where we are. I mean, there's still a lot more we want to do and be, but I guess that's what makes people successful,
Yes.
right? So, but yeah, we did. We were at a point where for us, and I don't know if this is your next question, but I'll just tell you anyway, is we did have one phone call that kind of really propelled us into, kind of where we were today. And it came from a repping firm that actually brought us into Target.
Wow, that's
sweet.
huge, right?
It was one of
Oh my
those
gosh.
moments that kind of gives you chills when you
Yeah.
hear it, and I still talk about it. It was a Friday afternoon. I was heading out of our, very small office. We had an office at that time.
Yeah, but I know you mean it was small, it was modest.
It was small. We
Yeah.
had 1 or 2 employees.
Yes.
We were still, doing everything and anything kind of going like, when is this going to get better?
You're plugging away.
And then, I got a call on a Friday afternoon, and it was from a wonderful woman who I still love dearly. And she said she worked for a company, and they wanted to bring us to Target. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Send me the presentation.
Right.
Call me on Monday, because, you went down leads like constant
Right.
and, where it ended. But she was like, no, really, I'm serious. So we've done research. Target hired our firm, and what are we missing in home decor? And we're missing this product.
Yeah.
And you're making it. And
Yeah.
you're, at the time there was some competitors popping up, and they did. And honestly, it went from that to 6 months of like pitching and flying to Minneapolis and coming back and forth. And my sister just had twins
Oh, wow.
At that point,
at that point. So that was really fun.
But you
yeah.
had to go hard.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So we were flying out there constantly, and we were, I think, originally bidding for like a couple hundred stores. And then
Wow.
when we got the program, I got a call because we went in with a paint company. Actually, it was like a wallpaper kind of
Combo.
combo.
Okay.
And I got that call, and it was like, hey, you know how we wanted a couple hundred? Well, they gave us, all stores. So it was like 1,800 stores. Do you think you
Were
can?
you like,
do you think you can handle it?
I'm
I think I was
picturing myself.
driving up to like the restaurant. I think I was still working at the bar on like Friday nights, and I was like driving in, and I was like, wait, what?
What am I
1,800
committing
stores?
to? Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody that day when I was there was like, why are you still here? And I'm like, well, it's my shift. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So was
No,
that
but
pain point with production too? Then trying to get like
oh
all
well,
that-
so if you imagine wallpaper, like I said, it was in rolls like this,
Yeah.
and it was sitting, where we had it in some merchandisers that we had made and created, and but it was still, very much a book program because no major retailer was carrying this product yet. They were the first. Like Target
Right.
is the forefront. They always have been.
I know they're all.
They are, they are a great partner to us, and they always
Yeah.
and they have been from day one. But we had to basically revolutionize how you're now going to package it in a store, so it had to be peggable. We went with shorter rolls, lighter rolls, so that they can hang
people
on
could
their
grab it,
pegs, so
right.
they can
Yeah.
grab it and
Yeah.
go. And
Yes.
so we had a lot of like production operations to work through, but I mean the supply chain was solid. Like we were ready for the
That's
opportunity.
awesome. That's good.
That's awesome.
And we're still fast forward today. We still work with them.
That's awesome.
To this day.
That's
Yeah.
great. I mean, clearly a testament to the relationship and commitment to having vendors, and treating the vendors well too. 'cause-
Well, and that's it. And I think that's the other thing that sets our brand apart is we never cut corners.
Yeah.
We never took the easy way. We always make sure the product, while domestic, might cost more than something made abroad, but we know what's in it. We know it works well.
That's
We
awesome.
know
So
it's a
it's
simple
I
domestic
love
product.
that.
It's green. It's as eco-friendly as we possibly can make it.
That's
so,
amazing.
it passed a lot of testing and all that. But yeah, so that was kind of like what pushed us
Launch.
over
Yeah.
and really got us to a good spot.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that
It's
story.
like needs to be made into a movie.
Yes, true. I mean, truly, absolutely. Yeah, like grinding at,
Yes.
True.
slinging
I mean, if it
drinks.
inspires anybody listening, it can happen, and you just got to keep going. And
Right.
it doesn't happen overnight, and that's what I
No.
think people are used to,
Yeah.
like seeing, right?
Right.
But it doesn't, and it takes a lot of hard work.
Yeah,
And it's-
everyone always sees
yeah.
the success part, not
Right?
the
Like,
like
behind
it's
the
iceberg,
scenes.
right?
you
All the
just
stuff.
see the artist that has that great song, but you don't know what took them to get there, right?
Right.
And
All the
then
rejection or dedication put into it.
100%. So yeah.
And they say that about success, right? There's a saying that's escaping me, but it's like where opportunity meets like preparation. Like you were prepared and you just got the right opportunity and then it launched with success. Imagine if you weren't prepared for it, but like everything was working, in your favor because you were building, and then you got launched, which
Definitely.
was awesome.
Well, and I think that's what I think people forget is you have to have a stable ground, right? Your four legs need to be stable. You need to have the infrastructure to be ready to handle growth because growth spurts happen, right, in companies and business, and if you're not prepared for them, they can be detrimental.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you are a CEO, boss babe, and a mom, of course. That's why you're here. So tell us more. You have 2 children.
I do. I have 2 children. I have a daughter named Mahalani.
Okay.
And I have a son, Brady.
Got it. And they're 5 and 7?
5 and 7.
Okay. Who's 5 and who's 7?
My son's 5. My daughter's
Okay.
7.
Aw.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Next month's their birthday, so I'm just starting
Aw.
to think about birthday parties.
Are they the same month?
November, yes.
So my
She's
kids.
in the beginning. Really?
I have 2, a boy and a girl, also both in November. It's funny how that
Weird.
works out, right?
Oh, so she's in the beginning and he's in the end.
Yeah, but same month, yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
He always gets mad. He's like, Mom, why did she go first? I know, but I can't change
He's the little
that.
brother too, right? So it's like
just like can't win. Right?
yeah, right. Like, can I get something?
How has being a mom changed your, I guess, approach to business or?
Well, it makes you see things. I think when you become a mom, you see the world in a different light, right? Like you just completely change who you are.
Yes.
I mean, and for me, like I said, Tempaper was my first child. So like I couldn't neglect it.
Yeah.
And I had to keep 150% on it, but also take care of these little humans. So that was the challenge there, and really be able to, figure out how to do that well for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've been talking a lot about like just your brain changes after you have
Yes.
children too. In
Definitely.
terms of like it's like at one point you're thinking 17 steps ahead because you have kids. Like you have children now, so you have to think big picture and down the line and several steps ahead. But at the same time, it's also like it's like your brain is skipping half the
brain.
time too.
Well,
you
and
know?
and that's true. I mean, that happens.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
like as someone who's running a company, I mean, like, are there any things you do to like stay sharp?
I work out every day.
Yeah.
I mean,
Awesome.
literally every morning at 5, I get up and
That's
I do
awesome.
it, and I have to because it sets me. It puts me in a good spot.
Yeah.
I start my day, and that for me worked. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously early on it was, it was like survival of the fittest.
Yep.
I mean, and my mom was a huge help. I mean,
That's
I'm
great.
super close with my family and my parents, and for me because I didn't have like a maternity leave, like
Right.
you don't just
I
get
know,
You don't
it's your
get that.
business.
you don't get a leave,
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I remember, nursing and writing emails
Aw,
and like
yeah.
that happened.
Yeah.
But it was good for me because I was able to drop our babies off at my mom's and she
Yeah.
was watching them and I'd pop in and out because it's not far from where we worked. So
Yeah.
that worked out well for us. But yeah, I mean, it's a challenge. It still is a challenge.
Yeah.
But
I know. You figure it out.
you kind of get used to the challenge, I
Yeah.
think, a little bit more.
We adapt,
Exactly.
right? That's the best part about it. And
Exactly.
I guess too, in terms of you being in control of your daily schedule and your business and everything, you can, be there for your children for their special moments and stuff like that too.
I
which
try
is
not
good.
to miss them. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
That's awesome.
I try not to miss it.
Is your office now closer to home or like do you go?
It's about 30 minutes away,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
it's
are
not
you in
super
Brick
far.
still?
Yeah,
In
Brick,
Brick,
but I
okay.
live in Ocean,
Yep.
Okay.
so it's about 30 minutes.
That's not bad.
So,
Yeah. And
it's not
obviously
bad.
your office grew from that little office with 2 employees.
Yes, it
Yeah.
did. It did to what, 25 or
That's
something.
incredible.
Yeah, we have multiple facilities
That
now,
is
warehouses.
incredible.
Yeah.
And Target's still your biggest.
Target's one of our biggest customers.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's amazing.
We work with some other bigger retailers as well, but
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, you've had some pretty cool partnerships too. I think I
yeah,
saw.
to designers, we do a lot with celebrity designers. We always have, and I think that's fun. They're
Yeah.
always fun,
Do you
right?
have a presence like on social media?
Yeah, we do. We try hard to, show people how you can use the product and what our customers doing,
that's where
and
they
kind
are,
of talk
right?
a bit,
Yeah.
and just kind of. I think Instagram's great, or social media in general, just
Yeah.
for showing the uses of the product
Right.
and how impactful it can be. So yeah,
I need stuff like that. Like I'm not creative by nature. But I I love patterns,
Me too.
and stuff like
Well,
that.
and
But
that's
yes,
it. It's
like seeing
perfect.
someone like, oh my gosh, I did not think of that, and
Yes.
I could do that.
Yeah, being visual.
Right.
Think, I love how they did it. in that
Right,
room.
and that's
Yeah.
why I think it's good for that product for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and I think when you collaborate with different designers or stores and everyone's promoting it and talking about it, there's a fun buzz that gets around it.
Yeah.
We always like that.
Yeah.
And are you refreshing your designs like
Constantly.
right?
Yeah.
That's gotta be fun
Yeah.
and cool.
We're going down to High Point next month. I don't know if you're familiar with
Carolina?
that show.
Or no?
North North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yep. High Point's the largest furniture market.
Oh, that makes. I remember
it's
from like
Boulder
back in the day,
country.
everyone got their
Yes.
furniture from
High
North.
Point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all those factories and buildings they've refurbished into trade show rooms,
Really?
massive rooms. There's events, there's parties. It's really
awesome.
fun. So we go down twice a year. We have a permanent showroom in one of the main buildings, and we'll launch new designs there for sure. We're having a nice, actually, Pure Salt is our newest launch. They're
Okay.
designers based out of California, really organic, earthy style, very beautiful.
exciting.
So we'll have a fun party.
Ooh,
and
I
do
can't wait to see
something.
that. Something like boho-y chic type stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I guess as designs change, right? Like you guys change the patterns and like the palettes and
Yeah, I think we always we stay true to like our design aesthetic as our brand, but yes, we always make sure we're either forecasting a trend or staying on top of it. But I think like from our style, we always try to stay true to who we are.
Right.
My sister Jennifer, who's my identical twin and partner, she runs a design department. So,
Okay. I was going to
is she
ask how that
artsy?
dynamic
yeah,
is.
she's always been artsy and,
That's
and
cool.
very just talented. Writer. I say she's the. I don't know which one. it
She's
is,
the
but
creative,
She's
the
the
right
creative.
brain,
Yeah,
and
she's
you're the left
and I'm
brain.
the left brain.
Yeah, because you're like the production part of it and she,
Analytical.
Operations.
operations,
Yep.
yes, and she's
Yep.
more the design.
It just and we fell into place, and it's funny because even as kids, like when we were in math class, like I remember this in high school, like the teacher was like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell you who the best paper was," which I don't know why she did that, and it was mine. And it was like, and who the worst was my sister.
my
I swear to God.
Yeah.
But then like flip forward, we were at Rutgers, which is where we went. And we were in a 300 lecture hall for writing, and her paper got selected
Right.
to be read,
Yep.
and I was just like, probably the bottom of the barrel there because it
just
just
shows how
wasn't my
different.
thing, and how different, but how similar we are,
Right.
which is crazy.
That's
Yeah.
such a beautiful thing to hear,
Yeah.
how you guys complement each other in that regard.
We do,
Yeah.
and like I said, we never. That was the one piece we never sat down. I was like, "You're gonna do this."
Yeah.
and I'm
I
gonna
know.
do
It
this.
just
But it flowed.
naturally.
It just flowed.
Isn't that
into
crazy
it.
how that works? It's
You
good
guys
synergy.
too? Yeah. It
Yeah.
just happens, right? You
Yeah.
just do what you're good
Yep,
at.
it
and
flows.
It flew. That's exactly what it was for us.
Is your aunt still involved?
No, unfortunately, our aunt passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did she get
Sorry.
to see the success?
She did. She was a part of it for a very long time. But yeah, she did pass away, which is so unfortunate.
Yeah.
But we talk to her every day.
Yes.
And we
I love
make
that.
sure
Yep.
she's
Yes.
watching
Oh,
and she's proud
totally.
of
Oh,
us.
totally.
Yeah.
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 How beautiful, though, for her to spark,
Right?
this revolution,
It was.
really. I mean,
It was, and I want everyone to know that because
Yeah.
she really did have the idea. I mean, we brought it to life, but it was her idea
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
that's so amazing.
Yeah.
So where do you foresee like the business being like, let's say 5 years from now?
Oh gosh. 5 years from now, I mean, I think we'll continue to do what we're doing, but
Right.
probably bring on additional product assortments, make sure we're doing it in a bigger way. You have to stay focused on trend and make sure you're
I
giving
know.
people what you want.
Yeah.
We've recently introduced like unpasted wallpaper, which is traditional wallpaper.
Right.
Grass cloth, authentic hand woven grass cloth, which is really
Ooh.
Oh, that's
beautiful.
cool.
That sounds
I guess there is a
beautiful.
demand for traditional wallpaper, right? Like,
Well, I think there's just certain situations maybe people feel
calls
more
for it?
comfortable,
I know what you mean.
or maybe they don't want the vinyl and they want it to have paper, which is what a traditional is. So again, just growing and making sure that we evolve as a company is important to us
because
and
you
our
were saying
brand.
the cloth, was that one of the?
Authentic grass cloth.
Yeah, that seems cool. Is
Oh,
that-
it's beautiful. I
Right?
mean, well, and there's certain textures you can't mimic on vinyl.
Yeah.
I know what
So,
you mean, because I love those wallpapers too.
we
Yeah.
have micas and there's glitter and spark and it's thick and it's durable and it's handmade and that's a whole other artisan process that we
Right.
want to honor and
Yeah.
make sure that we have because that's important to us, But yeah, I think designers really like that style and there's just
Yes.
some people that want the true authentic. And we
Yeah.
do have puff and texture that we add to our vinyl and there are some patterns that we have we have a grass cloth, but it's a faux grass cloth we call it. But I mean, it's pretty amazing
That's cool.
how textured it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never going to be the real deal, but
Yeah.
Comes close.
It comes pretty
Yeah.
close.
So when you were doing, I meant to ask this earlier, but when you were doing your research on, the beginnings of wallpaper, did it happen to stumble across like when wallpaper started being
Oh, it was like
used?
1800s.
Yeah, I was gonna
It
say,
was
right?
like- yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I always love like the sort like restorations
Yeah.
of homes, and they come
Oh,
across
yeah,
like
and they-
this.
you're right. You see it on the walls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in England. I mean, it started in the UK. Yeah, for sure.
okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
But yeah, no, it started a very long time ago.
Wow.
And there are companies today that probably 19 that are still going.
That's so
and,
cool.
and-
Wow.
And where they are with pattern and they're dabbling in peel and stick, which we find to be complimentary.
Of course, absolutely. You're like, sure.
Yeah, fine.
Is there a showroom locally that people can go to?
Actually, in our office, when you walk in Brick, we do have an area in the front where it's basically a showroom with wallpaper, all of our wallpaper books, because we do have some walk-in traffic.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
So people
all
can
of
order
our
direct to-
dealers are on our site.
Okay.
So, like,
Yep.
you'll find the books in all the Sherman-Williams stores. There's some all pro accounts
I love
that have it.
Sherwin-Williams.
Yep, they actually first peel and stick wallpaper book they ever brought in was ours, and so
was that a hard partnership to forge or create?
No, I think it wasn't hard to create
Yeah.
it. I think we needed to have the book and we needed to make sure it had a great aesthetic to it, and it was eye catching, and they did. They
so
bought
cool.
into it, so it was exciting.
That's a great brand too.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Look at you guys go. I'm just so impressed.
And you mentioned Rutgers earlier, so we're in New Jersey. Rutgers is an amazing college and university here in New Jersey. I think it was just named top 100.
it probably.
It is,
I mean, it
yeah.
was good then, and I'm sure it's evolved since we've been there. But yeah, 5 campuses, so much to offer,
Yeah.
so many classes.
Yeah.
It's a city within a city.
Yeah.
We used to say.
And New Brunswick was fun. I grew up in Sayreville, so,
So
we
you
used
know.
to party
Yeah,
there.
same.
No, I never
The
partied
Greece-
at all.
What did
The
you
Greece
study in
trust.
college?
Communication and French.
And
yeah.
your
Yeah.
sister?
Same thing.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
right? Like 2 sisters from Rutgers
love
created
that.
this amazing company. Like,
Yeah.
Where did you guys grow up?
In Jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah, we grew
okay,
up in
so you're
Jersey.
local.
Yeah, Jersey Shore.
Do you have
that's
French
awesome.
background?
No, we just were always, since we were kids, loved the language and loved
Well, it is a
it.
beautiful
So
language.
It
Yeah.
was, and everyone's like, "Why aren't you taking Spanish?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just want to take
Something about
French.
French.
I
Something
just
about
loved it."
Yeah.
So when we lived there and traveled all over Europe and just really got to
beautiful.
experience it. I don't think I realized how lucky I was to have that experience.
Truly.
I know.
Now with kids and a
Yes.
business and just kind
Yes.
of being put for
Yeah.
a bit,
Yeah.
I look back on those days a lot more than I thought I would.
I just took my son to Paris last month, or in August. Yeah,
That's
It's
amazing.
beautiful.
How
Yeah,
old's your son?
He's 7.
Oh my God! My son keeps asking me. My 5-year-old's like, "Mom, I want to go to Paris."
Well, then you have to
I
take
love that.
him.
I'm like, "What are you watching? That
Yeah.
like what
And
what cartoon mentioned
my
Paris?"
son as well was very eager to go to Paris. He wanted to see the Eiffel Tower.
That's
so,
great.
Yeah, I don't take him.
Well, no, I'm going to. I
Yeah.
told him that's been a plan of mine, but now that you're asking, we'll do it sooner. You
Yeah.
know,
It's a
I
beautiful
travel
gift.
with them a lot.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want them.
Are they
should.
excited to go?
Oh yeah, they love trips. They
Do they
love to
go
travel.
with you ever for work stuff? Do they see what you do?
So when about a few years ago, we went to Japan because we launched some business in
Whoa,
Japan.
that's
So
amazing.
my
Just
son
casually
wasn't-
dropping
yeah.
that.
Sometimes I take them places.
International.
Yeah.
That's
But my
amazing.
daughter was 9 months old, so it was a bit ago. But my sister had the twins at the time because now she has another 5-year-old named Ava. But so we were invited from one of our dealers, and it was a big launch for us. And I said, "Why don't we just go and bring the?" And my husband was like, "I want to go to Japan." So I was like,
Yeah.
"Well,
We're
let's
all
go."
going.
Let's all go.
So we actually brought our parents to help us with the kids so
smart.
that we could
Family
go to business
affair.
dinners
Yeah.
and do everything. But yeah, we spent 2 weeks there.
Was it awesome?
It was amazing. Oh my
Yeah.
God, we traveled all over North
love
and
to go
South.
to Japan.
It was. I mean, they're friendly. They're professional.
Oh, that's
I mean, I learned a lot of etiquette from business and how you do things,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone puts their business card in front of them, and it was a very respectful trip. And but the kids loved it. I mean,
what experience?
the time zone change was tough,
Yes.
but it was amazing.
You
Oh,
got
yeah.
there, right? That's
yeah, we
half the battle
survived.
is getting. I could imagine taking such a long trip with kids.
You know, my husband's Hawaiian, so his family
so
all lives
cool.
in Hawaii.
Oh,
So we
wow.
brought our kids there a few
that's
times. So and they
Hence
were
their
younger.
names, right? I
Yeah,
thought their
Mehealani
names-
is a
yeah.
Hawaiian.
Yeah.
So for us, I guess we just kind of did it. I mean, my husband's he's very functional. He knows what he's doing. He's so hands on, and he's the
Yeah.
one that was like, "I'm prepared with something to give them every hour on the hour."
Oh,
So
he's
every
such-
hour
I
on
love
the
him.
hour, he brought out a new toy or a new something, and it was
Yeah.
simple things, and they were just like, "Oh, what's going to be the next hour?"
It worked.
So we did that for like
That
10
is
hours
really
straight. But he was prepared. So we made it through. I know
That's awesome.
we left her binky when she was 9 at the airport or the hotel when we were leaving to get back on the plane. And I did look at him like I wanted to kill him. I was like, we don't have her binky for this flight.
Yeah.
You survived.
We survived.
That's rough.
It
I know
was
what
rough.
that is.
Oh,
especially
no,
with
that's a
baby.
scary-
It was
Yeah.
rough. Needless to say, we got her off of that right when we
Well,
got
yeah,
back.
it
Because I was like, I cannot depend on anything like that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's so cool that he's from Hawaii.
Yeah,
Did
he's
you
from
guys meet in Jersey?
We met in Asbury Park in New Jersey.
I love that.
Because his mom was originally from Bradley Beach in New
Okay.
Jersey and went out there and never came back. Met his dad, never came back type
Yeah.
of thing. But she had roots here. So every summer from, I don't know, when he was, 8, 9, she'd send him out here for a summer to live with his
Wow,
grandma.
what
So
a, like a,
that's
a reverse.
So he was like he was like a
Jersey.
cross coast child.
Yeah.
So well, he spent most of his time in Hawaii. He always came to Jersey. So I guess once he was ready to spread his wings and fly, he was like, let me start there, and lived in the city and did his thing. But yeah,
And then you take your kids to Hawaii, which is amazing.
we do. We need to go more, but
Yeah.
it's tougher now
It's
that they're
a-
in schools
yeah,
and stuff. But
right.
yes, for sure.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do the kiddos kind of have a sense of what you guys are doing business wise and what
My
you've
daughter
grown?
does. Like I've caught her a few times imitating me. It's actually really funny, and she's like got her pencil, and I'm like, does mommy talk like that? But she's like, yeah, and the product. I have a video. And she's like 5. And she's like, and the product and the Tom. Tom's my CFO, and she mentions him all the time. And I'm like, maybe I should stop talking to him on my drive home.
It's crazy because they listen and watch more than you
They
know.
do.
yes.
Well, she said, like, you know what, my mom, you know, when they filled that form out for Mother's Day, and it was like, what does my mom do? And she makes money. And I was like, oh my God.
Not wrong. That wasn't wrong.
It was so cute though. But the product and the product and the product.
That's cute. That would
Yeah.
probably go viral someday.
Yeah.
I know. I should post it. Kat, I'll have to give it to my social girl.
What an amazing life your kids have. Like, how cool. They get to travel with you, get to see you work. Like, that is such a beautiful
You know,
thing
we
to
try.
give them.
I try to, you know, my aunt, like I said, I was always close to my family, and we did a lot of traveling, and she always exposed us to cultures and just
Yep.
made sure that, and that's my goal is,
Yeah.
you know, as tied down as we all are, you know, we look at maps, we talk about
There's
things.
life beyond.
There is. I want her
Yes.
to know that, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, my sister, my twin, just relocated to North Carolina, which was
wow.
huge for
With
our
her
family.
family?
Yes.
Was that her dream, I guess, to go there?
No.
Life just took her there.
No, her husband with his career and it just took him there, and I was like, we'll figure it out,
Yes.
and you know, we'll
can
make
make
it
it
work.
work.
And now we've got a place there, you've got a place
Yes,
here, and
yeah.
so my kids are constantly asking to go see Aunt Jenny, and she wants us to come, and she'll come up. But yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
life goes on, and,
it's a
and,
beautiful
and you can
thing.
make it happen.
You gotta roll
Yeah.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, it was a little shocking for us both, just being so close,
Right.
Like
Like literally your other half. I mean, yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I think we've been doing really well with it. So
That is beautiful.
Yeah. What
I
an
love
inspiring
that.
story.
Yeah, truly. Kids are very lucky, and the world at large is lucky for your product and
Oh,
what you've
thank
brought
you.
to the
Thank
table.
you.
I know.
I
I'm like
appreciate that.
thinking about my house now.
Well, oh, totally.
We're-
I haven't been listening to a word. I'm
Listen,
thinking in my head, what am I
think like
decorating?
walls, but you can think furniture, backsplash,
furniture.
stair risers. I mean,
Oh,
people are putting in
stair risers.
bathrooms.
I've
I
seen
mean,
this in stair risers. Yes. You're right. That would be cool.
oh yeah, we have go on our Instagram, follow us.
Yeah.
Our handle, I don't know,
And
Temp-
Yeah,
furniture.
what's your, it's,
Tempaper_designs, I believe. But yeah, you can follow us for all inspiration.
everything on-
Thank
on
you,
it, yeah.
and find us and go to our site. Our site has blogs and information and tutorials and videos. I mean, we've literally dissected this product and how to teach anyone how to do it themselves.
Like I
in
can
a
do
way.
it?
Yes, you can do it.
'Cause I
I
get
do it
nervous,
all.
right? That
You know,
you-
and I won't touch the product for a while, and then all of a sudden I was like, let me install this, or you know,
Yeah.
we're shooting something at the office. Let me be, and I'm always like, God, this is a good product.
That's
like,
awesome.
it still always hits a home run with me.
People shouldn't be afraid of
I
it.
love
I
that.
mean,
They shouldn't. And listen, if you make a mistake, the beauty is you peel it off, you start
Right?
over. You're
Yeah.
not committed here. So
I'm totally putting this
You'll be
out this
okay.
weekend. I got
Yeah.
a project ready in my head. I know
Yeah.
exactly where it's going.
there you go.
perfect.
Sorry, Gary.
And like last, sorry, Gary. It's happening. And last question, I guess for your business at this time, are you guys like hiring, or are you looking for any people?
We just hired a brand manager. We're always looking for talent, and
Yeah.
we've got emails whether you're an artist and you create pattern, or you're really good in sales. You know, email us, send us a message for sure. We're always looking for. You know, you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with.
100%.
So
Amen to that.
we
Yeah.
believe
Right.
it. You know, we
Yes.
can't do it all, and we've done it all for a while, and we're over that part of it. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, we definitely look for talented people, and now that we hire remote and hybrid work,
Right.
it's really opened the
That's
talent
awesome.
pool.
Absolutely.
I know, right?
Hallelujah. I mean, if
Yeah.
anything good came out of COVID, it's that, right?
That you can have a partner in California, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
right?
okay to
Yeah.
have a-
I mean,
yeah.
we've
North Dakota.
employees in Canada.
Yeah,
We're in
right.
Canada now.
Yeah. Or
But
Hawaii, whoever.
Right.
Yeah.
it's true. You
Yes.
can, and you can make it work. So it really does help businesses from that perspective.
That's so cool.
Perfect. Well, thank
Yeah.
you again for coming on today. It was so incredible to hear everything
Thank you.
have
I
going
appreciate
on.
it, ladies. Thank
Yeah.
you. And what you're
Thank
doing
you.
is amazing because you
thank
give
you.
people a platform to tell their stories.
We
So
love
thank
it.
you.
Like selfish for us.
It is really, like,
But it
we-
should
when we're
be.
done, we're like, I'm like on a high. I
Yes.
love this, that we get to hear these amazing
Well,
stories.
it's a
and
little
how
bit of
things
therapy
started.
too, right?
Yeah.
Like, how are
Yes.
we doing things? Are we all
Yeah.
good? Let's check in with each other.
Yes.
You know,
And inspiration, all of it.
I believe it. I
Yeah.
do. I
Thank
think
you.
we need each other.
We appreciate that for sure.
No, but thank you.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you next week.